Over the last decade, Mindy Kaling has had a real influence on modern television. Whether you love or hate her work, it's undeniable that she has made a real impact on the streaming world. From Never Ever Ever to The Sex Life of College Girls, though not suitable for work, to The Mindy Project, and to so much more. Mindy Kaling has left her footprints all over modern TV. And that's exactly why I want to talk about her today. Because I think Mindy Kaling represents one of the most interesting conversations happening in film right now. A creator who has genuinely changed the industry, but is starting to get trapped in their own formula. Now let's start with the good, because there is a lot of good. Mindy Kaling helped bring a different perspective into modern television. Perspective that wasn't getting any attention before her. Mindy Kaling was one of the people that was leading a shift in Hollywood. She also helped popularize a very specific type of female protagonist. The messy, impulsive, sometimes selfish, and sometimes frustrating. These characters aren't perfect role models. They are flawed, which makes them human. And that made them feel different from the polished protagonists that television have relied on for decades. She also understands something that most writers struggle with: pacing. Her shows move quickly, the dialogue is fast, the energy is just chaotic. That's why I feel she connected more with the younger generation. But if you have seen any of the shows I just mentioned earlier, you might notice something, that they're all similar. And if you have noticed that, don't worry, you are not imagining it. From the erratic, problematic, but ultimately kind-hearted female protagonist, to the obvious and predictable love angles and love triangles, to the gay supporting characters whose role really changes, to the same actors appearing across multiple shows, Mindy Kaling has developed a formula. And formulas are powerful until they become predictable. At some point, familiarity stops being comforting. It starts being repetitive. And you start recognizing the structure before the story fully unfolds. You know who's going to learn the lesson, you know who's going to fall in love, you know who's going to do this and who's going to do. And suddenly you're not watching a new story. You're watching a different variation of a story that you've already seen. And I think the criticism was always there, but it just got extremely louder with Velma. This is where I think the conversation gets more interesting. Because is repetition really a flaw? Because think about it, some of the biggest directors and writers in Hollywood right now repeat themes. Most of the biggest directors and writers in Hollywood right now repeat themes. From the likes of Wes Anderson, Quentin Tarantino, Christopher Nolan, Steven Spielberg, James Cameron, all of them have reoccurring short angles, themes, characters, and actors. It's a part of what makes them them. So why does it feel different when Mindy Kaling does it? Maybe the answer is that audiences are less forgiving of repetition in television than in film. Maybe Mindy Kaling is a point in her career that people just expect more evolution from her. What's the answer? Honestly, I don't know. But I think it's a question that is worth asking. Because Mindy Kaling has genuinely changed modern television. The doors she opened for South Asian actors alone could cement her in Hollywood history. She has helped shape what an entire generation of streaming television could look like. But I also think she's becoming predictable. And the next phase of her career might depend on whether she's willing to leave the formula that made her successful in the first place. Because getting a voice is very hard, but reinventing one, that's even harder.